Rocky Carson wins the coin toss. We'll be serving first. I wonder what serve he's going to use today, John Scott.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that he is going to probably go with a drive Z serve from the left-hand side of the box.
I actually spoke to Rocky right before the match and asked him his game plan, and he said the same thing. And I go, since Ben's weaker side is his backhand, instead of 80%, he says he's going to do 90% different kinds of Zs to Ben's backhand.
There's a lob backhand to Ben's backhand, or lob Z serve rather. Rocky on the run's got that, goes and keeps Ben in the back of the court early. Rocky up top, letting Ben shoot this. Rocky jumps over that shot on the run, unable to get to it.
I also spoke to Ben before the match, John, and Ben did say he's going to mix up his serves more than usual. Slow start by both players.
Carson stays over on the left-hand side of the box. Drives Z. Ben goes down the line. Rocky on the runs. Got it off the back wall. Sails that one just a little bit. Ben has to hit a three-wall shot. Rocky with it. Tries to short hop that. Overextended a little bit. Buries the ball into the ground. 0 serving 0.
Let's pay attention to how much Ben is going to mix up his serves today.
Seen lots of Z serves already, still at 0-0. Ben overhead down the right-hand side. Rocky in the runs, got it, leaves it up just a little. Ben cuts that ball up but leaves it up and then goes back to the ceiling. Rocky's going to shoot it off the back glass and buries it right-hand side. And the early Rocky Carson fist pump puts him back in the box at 0 serving 0. We've got legendary coach to the stars, to Sudzi Monchik, to Ruben Gonzalez, to Jason Menino and more. Russ Menino joining us. Russ, tell me about your predictions in this match. We've got a battle of titans here, number 2 and 3 ranked players in the world. What are your predictions? How do you see this match turning out, and why?
Well, I see Ben, since he's going to mix up his serves a little more than usual, shows that he's actually thinking, because he hasn't had much success against Rocky. He's beaten him twice in 16 tries on the Pro Tour, even though one of them was a U.S. Open win, so that might count for more than a real win. I see Rocky as former #1 player in the world, being a little stronger than Ben mentally, and therefore my prediction would be Rocky Carson in 3 or 4.
I'm going to go out and say that I agree with your analysis. However, I very rarely make predictions, but I'm going to say Ben in 5. I think we've got a battle on our hands. Ben is as healthy as he's been in a long time. I know that Rocky's been playing some great racquetball. And just to be different also, I'm going to pick Ben in 5. Ben down the line, puts it in the corner. Nice shot. Ben with a big skip right there.
Yeah, if Ben doesn't get off to a big start, sometimes his emotion gets in the way. As you can see, it's very early in the match, and he's already ready to explode.
But Ben's a character on the court, you know, Russ. He carries his emotions on his sleeve. He, at times, is able to harness that emotion and use it for the betterment, and then a huge double dribble and an air ball after that.
Well, that's one of the things I like and dislike about Ben's game. He is an exciting player to watch. He'll clean the floor of every court that he plays on, and sometimes his emotion does get in the way. I've actually coached a player like that, as you may know.
Yep, Ruben was like that.
Yeah, he was. I don't think Ruben ever hit a ball after a rally.
Rocky with a Z-serve forces Ben up top. Rocky comes back, takes it off the back wall. Down the line, there's Ben with a re-kill, but leaves it up. Now Rocky blasts that ball, catches the side wall, and rolls it out on the side wall on its way back.
as many of the fans out there know, Rocky is playing the best ball of his career, even though he has lost to Cain Wasylenchuk in the last two finals. They're both tiebreakers, 11-6 and 12-10, and that's why I think he's definitely a little stronger, a little more confident.
It's a good shot from Ben to go back. Oh, and then he skips it right there. He's starting to get a little frustrated at himself early on.
And Rocky also has the FDI. I'm sure you know what that is.
0.
The Fran Davis influence.
The FDI influence. Fran Davis influence. We could call it the Fran Davis influence component, so it would be FDIC, and there's a technical.
Was that a technical or a
Ben
warning?
Croft now has a technical. He has -1. Ben is actually arguing this technical, which there's no chance that he could stand a. Ben says later tonight, Charlie Pratt, I think we should exchange recipes and maybe go out to dinner. Or I completely disagree with your last call. Ben out to an early deficit, -1, serving 4.
I would love to have a heart rate monitor on Ben Croft about 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, and a way to measure his stress level from 5 minutes ago to now. You know, he's got that volatile. Again, I enjoy watching him. I love his character. I think he's absolutely great for the sport. Sometimes I wonder how much emotion is character-driven emotion and how much emotion is emotion. Ben, though, is the number 3 ranked player in the world for a reason. He's one of the most exciting, if not the most exciting person to watch.
Formerly number 2, by the way. He was up to number 2.
He was. He actually hit a number 1 seed in a tournament in Chihuahua. Rocky being the number 2. Cain was unable to attend because of a hurt knee, I believe after the U.S. Open. Ben entered that tournament, and then I think he lost in the quarterfinals to Jose Rojas. -1, serving 4.
Ben does know how to win. He's won 6 or 7 intercollegiate titles. Again, he was number 2. And hopefully, if he could control his emotions, he can give Rocky fits with his athletic ability and forehand. He has one of the better forehands in the game. It's everyone's knowledge that his backhand is a little weaker. But it's not a weak stroke. It's just weaker than his forehand.
If you were to see video of Ben Croft playing from about 3 or 4 years ago to now, Ben was one of the last and the highest rated player that I can remember, highest ranked, with the two-handed backhand.
Yeah, that just doesn't happen anymore. It's amazing that he actually did that and competed at the high level that he did. But obviously on the Pro Tour or right before that, he changed that. And that wasn't a bad backhand shot either that Rocky got.
Rocky flips that one to the back. He's got control of center court. Ben's trying to move him out, but Rocky's the one doing the moving. Now Rocky on the move with a 3-wall shot. Ben's going to cut it off in the service box and comes up with splinters.
Ben almost ready for another technical. Calmed himself down by not smashing the ball, and then tries to annoy Rocky by hitting the ball towards the front wall, so Rocky has to walk to get it. A little gamesmanship by Ben, figuring that even if he doesn't win this first game, maybe he could get into Rocky's head.
Absolutely. He's got the crowd buzzing. People love watching Ben play. People love watching Racquetball's golden boy play Ben. Ben cuts that ball off, leaves it up just a little. Rocky back to the ceiling. Off the back wall now, Ben sails that one just a little bit, and Rocky with a sloppy shot there, and then Once again, Ben with a big skip. Is it a nerve? I don't think it's nerves. Is it just overswinging? What's causing Ben to be skipping so many shots?
It's 100% not nerves. He made a couple of mistakes early on. He allowed it to affect him, his emotion. He's overswinging, hitting a little too hard. And Rocky's just playing steady, letting Ben making some mistakes. That's quick feet by Ben Croft to be able to even get to that serve.
Serve into the corner. Rocky sails that one off the back wall just a little bit. Ben wants a 2-bounce call. 2-bounce call is called. Ben back to 0. That's a lot of work to get to 0.
But he's still in the game at 0-5, I think.
That's a good get, a good scramble for Ben. Oh, and tries to get that ball, hits it off the back wall and then off his head. Nice hustle from Croft.
Well, Ben is actually sticking to his game plan, John, because he is mixing up his serves, even though he's down 0-5. This has been a 15-minute match so far, and Ben has no points.
Taking a look at the instant replay, Ben diving, getting that off the back wall. Instant replay brought to you by Head. Oh. You can see Ben stretched out, trying to get to that one, unable to get some. The lighting here is a little bit weird as the side cameras are currently a little darker. We've got some technicians working on that. Just a little bit off lighting. Kind of crazy lighting system they have here. Rocky wants a hinder, but a hinder's not going to be called. Fights that one off the back wall. Gets out of the way. Now Rocky on the ground, goes up top. Ben, the backhand, and skips it once again. Oh, my goodness.
Rocky just doing some maintenance on the court. Rocky Carson, 6-0 from Ladera Ranch, California. I'm sure his wife Jennifer, Christian, and Jasmine are watching, along with his dad, R.O. Rocky Carson also 5-time and current outdoor singles champion and 6-time double champion. A lot of racquetball by Rocky Carson. Nice play by Croft, as the crowd appreciates a diving backhand by Ben Croft.
One serving 6. Hello to everybody watching all across the IRT network. Thanks to Kim Roy for putting on another fantastic tournament. Rocky says, nice serve. I'm going to bury that one.
Good point by Rocky Carson. Hit 1 or 2 outdoor shots during that rally. Ben had no answer for it. 7 serving 1. Rocky with the drive Z to Ben's backhand. Ceiling ball rally. Ben will shoot that. Good pass by Croft to get back into the service box at 1-7. Ace drive serve by Ben Croft. Rocky doesn't agree, holds up his racket to slow Ben down. Rocky, 10-second rule applies. Rocky has 10 seconds to be set. Ben tries it again, comes up 6 inches short. Croft drive serving twice. Rocky in the box at 7-2. Again, the winner of this will meet the winner of the Kane Wasilewczuk Jack Uzak match immediately following this. And the finals will be tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Croft at 2-7, drive serving once again. Ben working his way back into this first game at 3-7. Ben with a couple of quick points at 4-7. Ben doing well, drive serving Rocky's backhand. Amazing get. An excellent point by Ben Croft as the crowd appreciates it. And Ben getting the crowd on his side. Little wet spot on the court. They'll be toweling that off. And Ben Croft and his fans applauding the towel timeout. Players are ready. Court is dry. Ben will be serving, and it's a new first game. 4 good points by Croft brings him back into game 1. At 5-7. Unbelievable get by Croft. As Ben getting the crowd on his side with an excellent rally, 6-7. Second serve by Croft. All right, unforced error by Croft. Ben with a nice streak to get back into this first game at 7-6. Here in the first semifinal match here at the Florida Spring Break Pro-Am, Tampa, Florida, Harbor Island Athletic Club and Spa. Rocky Carson in his drive Z-serve stance at 7-6. We have a timeout on the Croft as Ben hits a real smooth backhand shot at 6-7.
Have some people saying that they agree that Ben is due. Ben won 50% of the matches he played against Rocky last year, and he's had some success on over the past, and he's obviously showing here that he's capable of quote getting over himself, which he completely is. But he's got that ability, and he was down 4 to -1, and now he's found a way to come all the way back.
Well, I agree. He's 100% capable. But I just think Rocky's steadiness will be a little too much for Ben Croft. He has to stay hot for 3 out of 5 games, which is tough to do against Carson. Players getting ready to get back on the court. Rocky Carson back on the court first. Rocky born in 1979, 6 feet, 180 pounds. Perfect size for racquetball. Ben Croft also 6 feet, but not quite 180 pounds. I think Ben with his racket bag is 180 pounds. At least 20. Croft in the box at 6-7.
Croft serving at 6-7. Over to Rocky's backhand. There's a nice serve. Oh. Ben acted like it didn't fall. It looked like he was acting like it didn't fall in. It didn't.
I think that was a sigh of relief by Ben.
7 serving 7. Ben has tied it up.
That's a real good serve by Ben Croft, which means he's sticking to his game plan, which he said he was going to mix up his serves more than ever. He just happened to lose that point, but he did everything right. What's Rocky going to do on this serve, John?
Rocky is going to go with a drive Z that's going to look like it's going to be 3 walls, but it will fall just short. It's a great serve. Forces Ben up top. Rocky down the line. There's Ben from his knees. Rocky now with a nice splat. Did Ben get that? Yes, he did. Rocky with another splat, and Ben didn't get that one. Good hustle from Croft. That's why we call him racquetball's crash test dummy. Ben out there over and over, week in and week out, donating his body right there on the court. Hello to Mikkel and Florida. Thank you so much. Enjoy the show.
Where in Florida?
Miami.
Okay.
Hello to Terry and Harker Heights, Texas. Look at that shot. Wow. Unbelievable.
Rocky playing the percentages, but Ben showing that he can be streaky and that backhand can work for him. Flat rollout killer in the left-hand corner. Great rally. Charlie Pratt calls the replay. Both players didn't agree, but that's irrelevant. 7-8. Croft in the box. Drive serving once again.
Rocky with a big setup on the backhand side. He's loving that corner. Even when Ben's covering it, he's going absolutely all out on that one left-hand corner.
Yeah, he's pinching and repinching. The point before, he actually pinched twice in a row. Ben got the first one, And there are books written that you shouldn't pinch twice in a row, but again, books aren't always right, except Fran Davis's new book,
Championship Racquetball.
The newest racquetball book on the market, a must-read, my coffee table book now. I took the Marilyn Monroe book off. The first Rocky Carson fist pump of the afternoon, John
That
Scott.
was an enthusiastic one. Hey to Robert out in Reno, Nevada. Robert, thank you so much for signing up for a subscription to watch the IRT network. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Rocky drives Z-serve stance once again. Same serve deep. Ben has to go to the ceiling.
Hi to Jeffrey in Michigan.
Rocky with an unforced error. Croft in the box at 7-9. Sticking to the drive serve. Excellent serve by Croft. Ben skipped it. He knew it. Opportunity for Croft to get within 1 point, but is still down 2 at 9-7 Rocky Carson. Smart play by Rocky, hitting behind Ben Croft. Ben very close to getting another technical, hitting that ball after the rally, and it hit Rocky in the back of the neck. Probably because it wasn't hit so hard, Charlie decided that it wasn't done in anger. 10-7, game point, game 1, Rocky Carson.
Hello to Linda and Will posting on Facebook. There's a nice shot from
Game
Rocky.
1, Rocky Carson.
Rocky Carson wins the first game 11-7, and it took almost a half hour to do so. Game number 2 is coming up in just a couple moments as this crowd loves all the action here in Tampa, Florida.
All right, we ready? All right. Hey, I'm Rocky Carson. Oh. Today I'd like to tell you about the demo program. Hit Racquetball Warehouse demo program. All right, you can demo up to 4 rackets for 1 week, $20. We have every new racket in stock. Check it out, especially the head blackjack. It's what Rocky Carson uses. Rocky Carson on the court. Rocky Carson uses a blackjack. What do I want to say?
See you next time.
All right, see you next time. I can do that.
Yeah, we'll see you on the court real soon.
See you on the court. Check it. Direct it.
All right, welcome back to game number 2. Ben Croft serving it, 0 serving 0. He's going to have to come out and try to take this. You definitely don't want to go down 0-2 to the great Rocky Carson. What kind of adjustments should Ben have made in between this last game and this game here?
Well, he should take note that he really played good after the first 5 minutes of that game, getting down with a 4 or 5 -1. He took control of his emotions, came back, almost won that first game, And if he puts that game behind him and plays the same way he did the last 60, 70% of that game, I think he could give Rocky a battle for this game, which is obviously a must-win game for Ben Croft.
If Ben Croft loses this game, does he win the match?
Even if he wins this game, he doesn't win the match. But I think for him to have a chance to win the game and prove me wrong, he is capable of winning the match. I just don't think he's going to beat Rocky Carson today. Rocky playing really, really good ball. If Cain Wasylenchuk wasn't around, Rocky would be considered one of the 10 best players of all time. But Cain Wasylenchuk is around.
Rocky is
slow start by both players. Ben missing an easy forehand, Rocky missing an easy backhand.
Just getting ready to say that Rocky struggling to find his backhand right there. 0-0. Nice three-wall shot. Ben flips that one up.
Good hands by Ben, changing the pace of that shot, just flicking it in the left-hand side of the court. Rocky just couldn't get it. And Rocky does get to 98% of everything on the court. Excellent condition, indoor and outdoor champion. I don't think it's a shot that Rocky hasn't seen. Excellent serve by Ben Croft.
Ben is really the past 15 or 20 minutes, even on the last game, finding his groove, catching that serve really, really low and hitting those corners very nicely.
And he's sticking to his game plan by mixing it up. I think he should mix it up a little more. But those are really good drive serves, low and deep. Ben not the biggest hitter on tour, but accuracy is better than power any day. That's a good serve.
Oh, wow.
That was a good serve because it shows how much Ben is thinking by trying to hit three good drive serves to Rocky's backhand and then try to jam him at his feet. He just left it a little high, and Rocky had an answer for it.
Zero serves three. Carson, left-hand side of the box, bringing the drive Z serve. That's a nice serve, but it pops out a little too much. Now Rocky back to the left-hand side. And the little slice dink, Rocky says good hands. And in his mind, he was saying, whatever. Hello to everybody once again signing on to the IRT network, including Adobe, Chris C, and Chunky Monkey. Hey, speaking of Chunky, I want to say hi to my mother-in-law watching back in Kentucky. As a nice shot as Ben catches the corner.
Rocky looking a little frustrated. Ben thinking and mixing up his serve once again by changing his location in the service box. Serves Rocky's forehand and gets an unforced error.
Good shot from Ben. Ben's on a roll. Rocky's going to need to take a timeout and call Fran in just a second. Ben's up 5, serving 0. Hi to Lisa Monchik, watching on the IRT network. I know that watching Rocky is probably a lot like watching Sudsy, except 100 pounds lighter and all that kind of stuff.
Good start by Ben. Up 5-0. Rocky in the box, 0-5. Speaking of Sudsy, he will be here in a couple of weeks on the RRT network as the guest color commentator in St. Louis, Missouri on March 24th.
I'm going to say hi to Jack, Ella, and Sarah watching in St. Louis. Rocky jumps over that shot. Now on the run, and it dies in the backcourt.
Croft serving once again at 5-0.
Short serve.
Ben once again changing his location in the service box just to give Rocky a different angle.
There's a good Z-serve to Rocky's forehand. Rocky says, nice rally, as they bounce it down the right-hand side.
It actually wasn't a good serve. It
I
was
know.
right to where Rocky wanted it. You could hit a kill shot on that Z serve.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it was to my forehand. I probably could have. My backhand would have been chopping broccoli as I swung and missed.
Rocky at 0-5.
Rockies really need to get on the board here.
Rocky
Changing the serve to a high lob serve, Russ. A Nick lob, Ben the backhand side. Oh, and Ben skips it at the shoestrings. And Rocky is on the board. 1 serving 5.
The one thing Rocky is doing is 90%, 95% of his serves does go to Ben's backhand. Ben's
Nice
showing
kick
his
off the
soccer
back wall.
expertise,
Absolutely.
and I have a feeling he's going to be somewhat close to getting another technical.
2 serving 5. Is there a rule about kicking the ball after the rally?
There's a rule about hitting the ball after the rally, and kicking is a form of hitting. And again, the rule is vague, and it's for the interpretation of the referee. You can hit the ball after a rally as long as it's not detrimental to the other player or infringement or done in anger. Rocky with another.
Oh boy,
Rocky
that
with
hurts
his first.
the knee.
Rocky with his another outdoor shot on an indoor court that worked this time.
Rocky's really doing some good job. You know, some good moving in there, grinding this one out. We always talk about it. He's the best racquetball chess player that I've seen in a long time, where he's just control, and he's also got that power. You know, he's a great hybrid player, not the hardest hitter, not the best controller, but put together. I mean, that's a very nasty combination for anybody.
Rocky can hit pretty hard. Again, he might not be noted for his power because he brings his outdoor game indoor and does a lot of slices and a lot of different things. But he has the power, and I think under Fran Davis, new coach this year, he's harnessing that power a little and mixing up his outdoor and indoor game a little better. And when he has to hit that ball, he can hit it with his forehand more than his backhand. Also, Rocky is trying to muscle Ben in center court. The last 1 or 2 points they had, like, we'll call minor contact. Both players sponsored by Head, along with John Scott, 3 of the great players in the game sponsored by Head.
3 serving 5. Back to the action. We're at 42 minutes. That's not a good serve at all. We're at 42 minutes, and we're at 3 serving 5. We're pushing a...
In game 2.
in game 2. We're pushing a 2-hour match right here already. If the pace stays like it is. High lob serve. Ben up top. Like he's going to shoot this on the forehand side. Goes cross court. Ben's right there with a great diving get. It catches the front wall. Rocky on the run. Shoots it right back to Ben.
That's the power I was talking about.
That's
When
a
Rocky
good
wants
shot.
to hit the ball and has a real offensive opportunity, he could flatten that ball out, which he just did. And even Ben couldn't get it. So if Ben couldn't get it, not too many people are going to get that. Couldn't even get a racket on it.
Is Ben the quickest guy on tour right now?
I would say him and Kane Wasilewczuk are the 2 quickest guys on tour. See, Ben knows exactly what Rocky's going to do, John Scott. He's going to pound his backhand. And Rocky's going to do it anyway, even though Ben knows he's going to do it.
We're all tied up at 5 serving 5.
Good run by Carson.
Absolutely. A half lob serve, almost short. And a 2-bounce call. That was not a good serve. I'm not sure if Rocky was missing that or what happened right there. Hi to Christian. An aspiring 8-year-old racquetball player watching back in New York.
Was that a penalty hinder, John
No,
Scott?
the ball hit Ben in the head on the way back.
I didn't see that.
And Ben was hoping that Charlie didn't see it and turned around and said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "It hit you in the head." And Ben said, "Yeah, you're right." Hi to Mandy watching back in Missouri. Ben with the setup on the backhand side. Now Rocky goes cross court. Ben shoots it right back to Rocky in a setup opportunity. Down the line, but Rocky's right there, says try it again. Ben says, my pleasure. From the backhand side, leaves it up just a little bit. It looked like he skipped it. And Ben says, get back there.
Ben showing Rocky where to go to retrieve serve. Five.
Rocky runs around the backhand and buries the forehand left corner. Nice shot. Five serving five. It's a good thing that was short because Ben was set up on the backhand side by the time Rocky swung. That serve could have good unintended consequences, though, since it was short, though. It stays in Ben's mind that he is thinking about the right side every now and then.
Now, Rocky has his game plan, whatever it is. 1 out of 10 are going to be that type of a drive serve. It's just a matter of when he does it. Otherwise, everything else is going to Ben's backhand on the serve.
Oh, another skip. Those are shots that Rocky just cannot afford to miss. Point blank, forehand, buries it into the floor.
15 feet from the front wall. That's an unforced error. Even the pros miss setups.
Rocky goes to the ceiling, wants some, I was going to say, he wanted to hinder some congestion up front. Charlie Pratt says, let's do it over. Replay call at 5 serving 5. Serve off the back wall. Rocky with a nice shot.
Oh, it skipped, John.
Oh, wow. I didn't see that one. 6 serving 5.
That's why you don't referee. Even Pablo knew that skip. That one was good, John.
There's a good shot. Forgot what they look like. 5 serving 6. Next week we'll be in Salt Lake City at the Monavai Salt Lake City Open. First time ever that Salt Lake City, Utah at that matter, has had a Tier 1 pro stop in the history of the sport. So that's awesome to be in Salt Lake for the first time. Right after that we'll be in St. Louis. Bid goes up top. Rocky with a big forehand setup. Hits the corner, but Ben's right there. Front court action now to the back. Ben on the right-hand side goes left. Rocky sells it just a little bit. Catches the corner with a good bounce. Slow to get up, and another great get. Rocky from the service box goes to the left-hand side, and a good get from Ben Croft. Rocky now blasts it right to Ben, and quick hands. Look at that. Look at that. Great. Tampa, Florida. Wow.
We don't even have to do the play-by-play on that. Unbelievable rally by both players.
We're going to have a head instant replay cam, and that is a very early candidate for the Pro Pin HD Player of the Match.
Timeout by Croft.
Ben Croft takes a timeout. Allows us to go to the instant replay. Check out this as Ben is all over the floor. Instant replay brought to you by Head on the Head instant replay cam. Jumps over that shot from Rocky. Goes up top, and then things get really exciting as Rocky runs around the backhand of the forehand side. Hits the corner. Look at that good get from the knees. A Dan Whitley knee slide right there. Ben comes back to the backhand side. Goes left. Rocky, I believe, goes right back to the right-hand side. He does. Catches the corner, and look at that shot. A 360 roll on the court. Ben with another great dive. Another great get. This is best rally of the tournament so far. Off the back wall, and then after all the power shots, Ben decides to hit a little dink. And look at this emotion. Look at this emotion from Ben. Things are heating up here in Tampa. Hello to Racquetball Warehouse, by the way. Check them out online at racquetballwarehouse.com. They've got some of the best deals. And one of the coolest things now, a pro player gallery of the top 25 or so players in the world. Hey, I'll be there after this weekend.
Why? About 10 or 15 people quit?
Nope. I went from 29 to 24.
How do you go up after you lose?
Because I lost in the second round. Racquetball Warehouse. Check them out online. Check out the Pro Player Gallery at racquetballwarehouse.com. www.racquetballwarehouse.com. Rocky getting off the phone with Fran Davis. I guarantee that's who he's on the phone with.
Ben having some comments about that. It's all legal. Technology is technology. Ben was actually talking to his coach during the timeout.
Which was?
Sarah. Which happens to be John Scott's wife's name and Russ Menino's wife's name.
That's a great name. Hello to Steve. Steve Orr saying hello to myself and to Russ. Russ saying that you're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. Says at most events he likes to watch from his club and the internet cafe to generate more interest.
That's great.
Lots of great comments from people that are watching with him. Thanks a lot for the kind words, Steve.
Croft with the high nick. That's the shot that Rocky could use more often, the flat power down the line. Because since he powers most of his stuff to Ben's backhand, it's a very tough shot for Ben to get.
Hello to Kenny P saying, let's go Rocky, all the way from SoCal. 5 serving 6.
Rocky, a big-time surfer, has quite a few friends in Southern California.
Okay, here's a question from Mark. If you were both to play a match in your prime, who would win and why? To me and Russ.
Oh, that's not
There's
even
no question. Russ wouldn't even stand a chance. He may win the lag. And I'm not even in my prime yet. Ben takes that off the back wall and buries it.
It looks like we may have another match for charity. If you want me to wait for you to get in shape, I'll be happy to do that.
Should I wear an eye patch or hop on one leg? You ever tried to play racquetball with an eye patch, by the way? It's next to impossible.
I played somebody blindfolded once. Spotted me 20 points in a 21 game.
Was that you in the Gearbox commercial with the dog?
No, but I played someone where I couldn't come out of a square box in the middle of a 3x3 box in the middle of the court. I had to hit every shot inside that box.
Nice.
And then I played somebody blindfolded who had someone telling me where to go. Lost both of those matches, by the way.
The biggest handicap I've ever had is I played a friend of mine with a tennis shoe on my hand for a racket and used the sole of the shoe.
(6-5) Croft. Game 2. Rocky Carson won Game 1. Immediately following this will be Kane Wasylenchuk, #1 player in the world, and Jack Usak, #4 ranked player in the world.
Ben with a drive serve into the backhand side, and Rocky slow getting over there, skips the ball.
Another good low drive serve by Ben Croft, even though he doesn't hit it 180. It's pinpoint accuracy, just like that one. It's 2 in a row.
Ben, oh, wow. Listen to the crowd. Can't do nothing about that. A flat rollout, splat shot. Croft is playing well, and you may notice his emotion. You know, he's keeping it within himself.
You're right. He's bottled his emotion this game and put it all into the game. Good try by Ben. He went for his shot, just missed it by an inch or two.
Hello to Anthony Herrera at the airport. Watching on the IRT network.
Is that Crampy?
Crampy. Crampy H. Sealing ball rally. Now Ben takes, oh, that's the one he shouldn't have taken.
Now, he's been shooting pretty good this game, so even though that was a pretty good ceiling shot by Rocky, he decided to take it off the back wall. But an unforced error, 6-8. Carson in the box, looking for that nick.
Hey to Jeff Kettering and his family. Good to have people like Jeff in the sport. Jeff's watching back in California. And Andy in New York, Rochester, New York, signing up for a subscription.
Decent serve by Ben, but Rocky had the answer. Rocky getting away from the lob. Looks like he's going to go back to his hard Z to Ben Cross backhand. Jams him. Ben with his second favorite shot, the reverse pinch with his forehand from the middle of the court. Back in the box.
8 serving 6. What a crucial game for Ben Croft. You know, Russ, we're almost at 1 hour already into this match.
Both players are very deliberate, taking the full 10 seconds, thinking a lot, sticking to their game plan.
There's a Z serve. Rocky goes down the line, and Ben's right there. Ben doing a good job picking up that serve. Rocky's got to come up with a little better shot. He's trying to go for that down the line, and Ben's camping on it. He's catching the side wall to make it worse. Rocky, that is, and Ben's just waiting right there to put it right back down.
Excellent serve by Croft.
Rocky seems to have just kind of hit a spot where he doesn't know what to do. If anything, he needs to just flip this up to the ceiling, maybe a 3-wall shot, or go cross court and roll it out. What kind of advice if you're the coach of Rocky Carson, other than, you know, he's already taken his time out, I guess, this game. So what are some things you'd like to see him do to change this momentum? It seems like Ben has really got the momentum, and Rocky's body, you know, is just saying, I'm not going to win this match or this game right now.
His body language changed a little. I think Rocky got a little frustrated that Ben got off to that big lead. Rocky came back, and then Ben hit some really, really good offensive shots and is serving really good this game. So I just think Ben played a real good game. Again, it's not over yet at 10-6.
There's a 3-wall shot. Good defensive shot now off the back wall. Leaves that way up, and Ben's right there to finish the game. And look at Ben talking to the crowd, loving it. He's tied it up 1 game apiece. Rocky won the first 11-7. Ben comes back, wins game number 2 11-6. Game number 3 coming up in just a moment as we are live in Tampa, Florida at the 2011 IRT Florida Spring Break Pro-Am. More great racquetball action in just a moment right here on the IRT Network. All right, get ready for the action. Charlie Pratt is trying to get the fans to sit down.
Ben starting out game 3 just as hot as game 2. Excellent serve by Croft. Still 0-0. Good crafted point by Rocky Carson. Good drive serve. Ben left the return up. Rocky went flat down the line with his forehand. 1-0. First semifinal here at the Florida Spring Break Pro-Am. Games 1 apiece. 1-0. Forehand skipped by Croft, 2-0 Carson. Immediately following this match will be Kane Wasylenchuk, Jack Usak in the second semifinals. And the finals tomorrow will be Sunday at noon Eastern Time.
Rocky with a serve, a Z serve over to Ben's backhand. Goes to the far right-hand side. Now that's interesting right there. You know, Ben is showing that negative emotion once again.
He shows that on odd games only, I believe.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
1 3s and 5s?
Yeah.
3 serving 0. Rocky out to a faster start than his previous game. Here comes another Z serve. No! Had everybody fooled. And pulls
you.
the ace off, yeah. He usually only does that serve 3 times a game. Maximum. Didn't know it was going to be right there. 4 serving 0. Now, what would be genius is if he could do the same thing again right here. There's a Z serve, Ben down the line. Rocky right back down the backhand side.
That's 4 well-crafted points by Rocky Carson after losing a game.
5 serving 0.
Make that 5 well-crafted points by Rocky Carson after losing game 2.
Rocky serving a 5, serving 0. The blackjack hits a Z serve over to the left-hand side. Rocky stretches out. He's got it now. Ben off the back wall. Rocky up top. Catches the sidewall, comes off just a little bit. Rocky with a setup. Ben out of the way. On the run into the corner, but leaves it up. And Rocky goes to the backhand side. And here's the technical.
As the crowd is booing Charlie Pratt for enforcing the rules.
6-1. You know, before we go on air, I always pump the crowd up for, screaming and shouting, and then the last thing I talk to them about is really giving Charlie a hard time.
Another ace serve to the forehand drive by Rocky Carson to add insult to injury after Ben's technical. Ben does lead the tour in technicals. I believe
he does.
He's in double digits.
7 to -1. There's a Z serve, a good serve, and Ben skips that ball.
Rocky looking for another technical after Ben hits it and kicks it after the rally. I think Charlie is showing extreme patience.
Crowd yelling, make it -2. Carson having some good success keeping Ben off balance. Ben leaves that one up. Rocky, right hand side. Rocky now with just a little flip. Now up top. Opportunity for Ben to find himself in the box. Goes wide off the back wall, but Rocky's right there. Guy's having a hard time putting this ball down right now. Ben down the line. Rocky's there with a great get on the left hand side. Forces Rocky up top. Nice pass. Going for the wide angle shot. Rocky just out of position and skips that ceiling ball. That's called the John Scott ceiling ball skip. Pablo thinks that's funny.
Are we giving away any rackets today, John Scott?
We are giving away rackets here on site. Got a few different rackets, compliments of Echelon. We do have the bid that we'll tell you about in just a moment. Speaking of racket giveaways, Rocky with the 3-waller. Ben. Wow, what a nice shot. That's a very difficult shot to make. As Ben has to wait, and then finally the ball comes off and he's able to put it down.
Ben finally to 0.
Yep, Ben right back to 0. 0 serving 8. Rocky cuts that ball off. Very nice shot from Carson. So we're we're auctioning off a racquetball racket from Kane Waslinchuk. Now, it's not just a racket. It's the racket that he's playing with. The racket that he's using in this tournament. He's going to autograph it. We're going to give it away to the high bidder. And all the proceeds for the racket goes towards Hosperis of Louisville, Kentucky. The current high bid is $400. It's for a game-used racquetball racket from Kane Waslinchuk, the racket that he's playing with in this event, and a 2-year subscription to the IRT network. Over a $400 value, priceless when you consider that Kane does not, and take my word for it, he does not give away game-used rackets. He likes to keep them. Avoidable's called. Ben says that's horrible.
I think Rocky should get a point for that because it's pretty hard to hit Ben Croft.
That's actually a good point. That's a very good, accurate shot to find Ben Croft in the leg. You know, the other thing worse than getting hit with a shot is getting hit with a shot and losing the rally. That's what just happened right there. It looked like Rocky was almost in the sights right there on that return at 9 serving 0. 0 serving 9. Carson up. No, excuse me. Carson is up here 9-0, but tied in games, 1 game apiece. Referee Charlie Pratt says that one was short. Oh boy, Ben with a big opportunity there, comes up short. Big miss. 9 serving 0.
Well, it's never over. Yesterday we saw Jose Rojas down 10-1 to Jack Usac to tie it up at 10-10, 11-11 before losing. So these games are never over.
Been in danger of catching a donut here even after scoring a point. 10 serving 0.
I believe Charlie Pratt and Ben Croft went to the same college.
I think so, absolutely. Out in Colorado. 10 serving 0. That's a good jam serve. A wraparound serve ties Ben up just a little bit. Rocky with a quick flip. And he's got it. Got the game at 11-0. Ben finds himself down 2 games to 1. The crowd loves it. Great racquetball action here in Tampa, Florida. Compliments of Jason Menino of the tour, Kim Roy in Florida. More great action coming up in just a moment, live right here on the IRT Network.
Croft serving. Back to the match. Rocky Carson up 2 games to 1. Good stop by Ben Croft. Good serve by Ben. First 2 serves, drive serves right to Rocky's forehand. That one's a hinder. 1-0, Croft. Two-zero, Croft. Quick start. Another excellent serve by Ben Croft. This time, low drive serve to Rocky's backhand, getting a minimal return. 3-0 Croft. Zero three Carson. Rocky Carson called 2 bounces on himself. Charlie Pratt didn't see that. (3-0) Croft drive serving once again. Good play by both players. Side out. Carson moving his serve to his drive serve position on the right side of the court. Puts it right into Ben's backhand, getting an unforced error. Rocky on the board at 1-3. Game 3, up 2-1. Rocky with the nick. And Ben with the skip. Two, 3 Carson. Two, 3. Carson going back to his Z-serve stance. Full contact racquetball here in Florida. (3-2) Croft. Good serve by Ben, forcing the error by Rocky Carson. On the drive serve to Rocky's backhand, 4-2.
Two serving for Rocky over on the right-hand side. Got another game of cat and mouse. You know, games number 2 and game number 4 were both, so far at least, very back and forth. And then towards the end of that second game, Russ, Ben just finds a way to hit the gas. And I think Rocky just said, you know what, he's got the momentum. Wasn't able to turn the tide. Ended up losing 11-6 there, and then comes back and wins in impressive fashion 11-0. There's a skip ball.
I think Ben's close to another technical. I think Charlie's trying to be as fair as he possibly can. 2-4.
Hello to Don in Michigan, the father of Brad, saying Ben earlier last match was just looking done, that he was just defeated. Ben has on, by the way, one-shot shorts. Somebody asking what kind of shorts he has on.
Rocky with some junk ball, but Ben has the answer. (4-3) Croft in the service box. Game 3 down 1-2 in the first semifinal match. Next semifinal will be Jack Usack, Kane Waselenchuk.
Hello to Wesley Miller in Pablo's favorite place on earth, Bradenton, Florida.
Bradenton or Bradenton?
Bradenton. Pablo loves Bradenton. True story. Wow. Javier Perez in Miami, Florida, signing up for a subscription. Javi, thank you so much. I talk to you like I know you because we're like brothers now.
Speaking of Javier Marino just signed a contract with
the E-Force.
That's right.
Yeah.
One of the best players in Mexico.
He's not only one of the best players, he's one of the funniest people. I remember once, I think it was a Denver Pro National, where he had really a good run. And he came on with the Tennis Channel filming for TV during player introductions, came out from the back screaming with a Nacho Libre wrestler's mask on, and went into the court like that. It was quite funny.
Javier is one of the characters in racquetball. Wears a size 14 hat. And when he was in the booth a couple of weeks ago, we couldn't get the headset on him. So Sergey Munchik just held a microphone to his mouth. Funny but true.
Well, you got to have somewhere to put all that intelligence. Hey to Matt in Johns Creek, Georgia, signing up for a year subscription. Matt, thank you so much. Hope you enjoy the show.
Great rally going on here, ladies and gentlemen.
Rocky up top. Ben from 38 feet, and the ear puts it down. Shot. Very, very nice shot.
I think between Rocky and Ben, they have no body fat.
I think it's safe to say that I have more body fat
than everyone in the top 10 put together.
Pablo thinks that's funny. I was going to say than the 3 people you see on camera right now. As long as my mother-in-law doesn't walk across the screen.
5-3, game 3. Croft down 2-1.
Short serve. Oh, that's an awkward land. You know what? One of these days, and I hope it doesn't happen, but That's why we say Ben, reckless abandonment is a great way to describe Ben. How his arm does not fall out, his shoulder doesn't pull out of socket on some of those shots is beyond me.
I've seen him lose his racket a few times because he
Absolutely.
really extend. He not only dives, he extends as far as he can, and there's no lack of hustle here. Obviously, Ben knows he has to win this game.
Ben is the first player this year to knock a game off of Kane Wasteland.
Ball broke.
Warming it up. Some of the guys were complaining to me, Russ, about the placement of the IRT Network court sticker. To which I said, I didn't put it up there. Of course, I claimed ignorance. Saying that when the ball is served right into it, they're losing it. And then Rocky comes out with a nice ace serve right there. 4 serving 5.
That's a good point.
Rocky 1 point away from tying this game up. He's up 2 games to 1. Down 1 point here. Wow, there's a bomb. I like seeing Rocky in the middle of the box more so than those Z serves. He's lived and died off those Z serves because he's so accurate. It's a good first serve, high rate. But now with 2 serves, I love seeing him dropping down and just blasting away.
I agree.
Ben's got a big setup. Rocky has to jump over that one a little too high. And Ben shoots the ball underneath him and puts the ball down.
Yeah, Rocky with an unnecessary junk ball shot. He should have either went to the ceiling, not hit that junk wall at that time, and Ben made him pay for it. Rocky does get away with a lot of junk ball, maybe with some players ranked a little lower than 3. Ben looking intense and under control this game. This must be an even game.
It is. He's very, very focused. That ball sails just a little bit. Rocky with a nice shot. Five serving 5, all tied up.
Obviously, they both know the importance of this game. Real tight game, which was what I expected. Nothing like the blowout in the previous game. That may help Ben. He saved a lot of energy. Excellent jam serve by Rocky Carson. Ben did a good job catching up to it. Excellent, excellent jam serve.
Eric writing in asking, how many pairs of shorts does Ben have on? He always wears 2, sometimes more. If it's cold outside, I think he wears a few more.
Unforced error by Carson. Opportunity for Croft. 5-6.
Rocky's got that with a nice knee slide. Ben tried to get it up higher, but unable to do so. Rocky pounds it down the left-hand side. Sails now from the service box. We got some left court action, and then Ben with a nice shot over on the right-hand side.
Rocky with 3 opportunities, 3 decent shots, but probably played a little too defensive on all of those offensive shots.
Ben bouncing the ball around. Goes with the serve to the forehand, forces Rocky up top off the back wall. Down the line, nice shot. That's good control racquetball from Ben Croft. Very, very concentrated play. 7 serving 6. Next week, the main event is what they're calling it. Out in Salt Lake, the Mona Vi Salt Lake City Open. Ben down the line. Rocky has to stretch out. He gets it now from the service box. Ben with a reverse pinch and puts it down. I think we're going to see a 5-gamer. Good time out there from Rocky Carson. And the crowd giving both players a hand. Let me tell you about that tournament, Russ. Russ is going to be out doing the tournament for us next week. It is the 2011 Mona Vi Salt Lake City Pro-Am. As we take a look at the instant replay, it's at 4,800 or 4,600 feet in elevation. The first time a pro stop has ever been in Salt Lake City. There's a good get from Rocky on the head, instant replay cam. Another interesting thing about that event next week is that the semifinals and finals are on Saturday. So that should make for an interesting day of racquetball. The semis and the finals are both on Saturday, while the quals and quarters, the 16s and quarters are still on Friday. So 2 days of jam-packed racquetball, and I quite frankly love the idea of Saturday night finals. Reminds me of the mixed martial arts or the boxing and that kind of thing. Saturday night final next week in Salt Lake.
And then the week after, John Scott will be in your neck of the woods, St. Louis, Missouri, with guest color commentator Sudsy Munchak and tournament director Sherry Copeland.
Sherry Copeland putting on a great event there at one of the nicest clubs in the country, and I'm very, very partial to the racquetball, of course. The show court at the Missouri Athletic Club. If you're anywhere in the area, you should go to the event just to see that court. If you've been to the Open, you've seen the portable court, and the portable court is amazing. But this is a fixed court, 3-wall glass with stadium seating on all sides. It's just like a giant tennis stadium court, except it's in racquetball. And there's no net, says Pablo. High lob. Rocky cross court. Ben tries to cut that one a little bit. Wants a hinder call. Hinder is called.
Rocky Carson blew another offensive opportunity right there, hitting it right in front of him. Ben getting the hinder.
And you know Fran is watching this on her computer at home, screaming at the computer what shot to hit. Interesting thing about some of these players, with the archives now, if you don't check them out, you should, because a lot of these players are using the archives, especially after a loss, to go back in to look and see, the games they lost, what should they have done different. It's a great coaching tool. We've got every quarter, semi, and final over the past couple years in there. And Fran Davis uses the archives a whole lot just for coaching tips. High lob, almost catches the ceiling. Rocky down the line. Ben with a good scramble. He's got it. Rocky racket way back. Early racket preparation about 10 seconds early. And still comes up and skips the ball. Point blank. It's going to be hard to win against the number 3 ranked player in the world when you're missing some point blank shots like that. 9 serving 6. That's a great serve. Forces Rocky up top for the 10th point. Look at that shot. Wow. And I believe we're going to see the most emotion if Ben scores this next point that we've seen from Ben this whole game.
He will
serving 6.
He will get the crowd involved.
Ben wants a short serve, I think.
Yep, he's not going to get it. We have to. Speaking of the archives, John Scott, I wonder if we have the Dr. Bud Muehlheisen and Charlie Brumfeld interview in the archives yet. I think it'll be there soon. There was an interview in San Diego. That's something that you may want to listen to. Dr. Bud Muehlheisen, the father of racquetball, won the first national pro racquetball title in 1969, and Charlie Brumfeld, 5-time world pro champion in the 70s. Interesting interview, seeing their perception of the game and Charlie Brumfeld's predictions of the 3 greatest players of all time. So if you don't see that up on the archives this week, you could call Pablo at home. We'll give you his phone number before the end of the day today.
No, we don't have to wait that long. Here, I've got it right here. 925. Ocho. I'm going to stop right there. There's a nice shot. Look at that. Ben has tied it up 1 game apiece. Rocky Carson has got some adjusting to do. It's all reset back to 0. 1 game for the finals. Game number 5. Coming up in just a moment as we are live in Tampa at the 2011 Florida Spring Break Pro-Am. More great racquetball action coming your way right here on the IRT Network.
Booyah! Take good care of this one.
Looks like your best one yet.
All right, we had to send Brad Chopere on our food run. Up and coming. Asking us to watch his plate like it's going to be here when it gets back. Oh, no, there's a bad, awkward dive on. Looks like he's going to be all right. It looked like he'd knocked the wind out of himself.
This should be an interesting game, John Scott.
I think so. You know, Russ, you know, it's kind of reset to 0, right? We're at 0-0. Game 5, the winner of this game wins the match. How are you seeing this, you know, this one-game match basically now? How do you see it working out?
Well, I'm already upset that my prediction is wrong, and you could possibly be right. But I see this as being a real close game. I think Ben will control his emotions, and Rocky will play a little higher percentage racquetball and not miss as many easy forehand shots as he did last game. Again, since I predicted Rocky will win, I think Rocky will win a 5-gamer. I think it's Ben played really great 3 out of the 4 games. Finds himself at 2-2. It is anybody's game. Let's see what happens. Rocky going back to his bread and butter hard drive Z. Rocky Carson with a fist pump. Rocky Carson intense. Very good rally by both players. Rocky again, drives Z stance. Will he do it? Ball was up. Replay call by Charlie Pratt. Again, Rocky with an easy offensive opportunity, lifted up. Nice backhand kill shot by Ben Croft. Second serve by Croft. Again, Rocky Carson with a very easy setup, not able to put it totally down, and Ben Croft happy with a replay after that.
Hey to Ernesto in Texas, signing up for a subscription. Ernesto, thank you so much for your support. If you ever have any questions or comments, be sure to email us info@irtnetwork.com. There's a good serve to the backhand side and jams Rocky up just a little bit, but he uses some great racket control and puts the ball down nicely.
3-0, Carson with an early lead here in Game 5 in the first semifinal. Second semifinal immediately following this will be Kane Wasylenchuk and Jack Usak. Finals tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern Time.
Carson with the serve to the forehand side. Ben on the run, goes cross court. Looked like it was going to be cross court. Turned out to be a wraparound shot. Rocky stays on it and puts it down.
Excellent play by Rocky Carson.
Rocky winds up. Oh, wow, look at that shot, and what a nice shot. Ben cannot give much more room here. 5-0. Rocky threatening. He's got a big lead. Carson stays over on the far left-hand side of the box. The serve. Right into the forehand side. Good get from Croft. Carson set up on the forehand once again, leaves that pinch up, right to Ben. Back and forth they go. Ben with a kick almost out of the court, but there's a net up there that saves it. And Rocky now with his 6th point. A game of streaks. 6-0. Ben stays on that one, shoots it right back down the middle of the court. Now forced to the ceiling. Rocky showing some patience. Ben down the line, good. Oh, no. Looked like it was a good get. Ref calls it too.
Ben has showed that he can come back from early deficits. He did that in Game 1, being down -1 to 5. Rocky with a quick side out from Ben, so
Rocky with a 6-0 lead. Rocky scored 6 in his loss in game number 2 and 6 in his loss to game number 4. He's got 6 now, 3-wall serve. And Ben takes a timeout. Good timeout there from Ben Croft. Gives us time to say hello to one of Ben's sponsors, one of our sponsors, Awesome Bell Bonds. Rod Frontino and everybody over at Awesome Bell Bonds doing a great job supporting the sport. Rod is Ben's outdoor doubles partner and hits the ball about 500 miles an hour. Thanks to everybody at Awesome Bell Bonds located in Southern California, taking care of all the counties around that area. We always say every broadcast, you can't afford not to know them. We hope you never need them, but if you do, you can't afford not to use them. Carson on the phone with the FDIC. Fran Davis influence component. This is a long time out.
Have you had to have a conversation with Fran Davis?
Yep.
Back to the action, 0-6.
All right, here we go as we move in on the 2-hour mark. 0 serving 6. Rocky goes with a wide angle pass and a great give for Ben off the back wall. Oh, wow, and then Ben dives at the service line and almost hydroplanes to the front wall on that one. Hello to Ruben, Long Beach, California, signing up for a subscription. Ruben, thank you so much for your year pass. Enjoy all the action. Short serve called from Pratt. We're going to fill you in once again on the racket that's up for auction. Traffic up front. Ben down the line. Rocky with a big setup. Jammed up just a little bit. Now Ben on the run. Oh, and skips the ball. Kicks the wall. He's not happy. 7 serving 0.
Rocky mixing up his serves really well this game.
There's a nice shot. Ben off the back wall. Rocky spins around the backhand to the forehand side. He's got that one. Rocky cuts that off, and a nice shot again. Carson threatening here. Game number 5, he's up 8, serving 0 on the Echelon scoreboard.
That time the junk shot worked for Rocky. But I think Fran Davis is taking notes. He had an offensive opportunity and still went for the junk shot, but he wound up re-killing the next shot. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Ben on the run, he's got that one. Rocky on the forehand side. There's a good shot. I don't think anybody was looking for that one. Rocky could have gone either line, and Ben puts it in the corner. 9 serving 0. Some of the crowd chanting donut.
Well, Rocky has taken the crowd out of this match, and conversely, Ben out of the match.
Oh, boy. There's a big ace serve. Puts Rocky up 10-0 for the match. Rocky being very patient. Serve, it's a Z serve. Ben on the run, tracks it down. Rocky on the backhand side. Traffic up front once again. Rocky hits the corner, hits the crack, and got the match. Congratulations, Rocky Carson wins in 5-11-7. Listen to this crowd.